I'm Cody with Olympus Controls, and I'm going to tell you about safety scanners.
We're going to start by attaching our Ethernet cable to the Datalogic Sentinel. To start, just open the DL Sentinel interface. Then we're going to go to Scanner and use the Discovery tool. If you have one, it will pop up here. Simply click it, and then you'll see the sensor and its IP address. To talk to it, you need to make sure that your IP address is set to 192.168.0 and then any number but 10. If you have any other connection issues, just look at your firewall and make sure that you have the permissions allowed so this can go through. From that point, all we need to do is go to Next on the top right here. On here, we have the configuration settings. This is where you can name the sensor, put your name if needed, and a brief description of what the sensor is doing. After that, you can go to Outputs. This is where you can configure your outputs to set specific alarms. You can also set a certain number of zones. This is very popular for mobile vehicles or autonomous mobile robots. Under Inputs, these are used usually for resets or for muting. For detection, this is when you set your settings for how sensitive you want the system whenever you are going to trip it. These are for your safety fields and for your warning zones. Finally, we'll go to Zones. In Zones is where you'll actually set up your safety fields. So you can see it is in inches right now. On the bottom left, we have our X and our Y coordinate, and they will follow my mouse. So at the center, we're looking at 0, 0. And then as I go out, you can see that number increase. We're about 10 inches at this square. Each square is roughly 3 inches. Now we're going to go ahead and create some safety fields. This is pretty easy. All you have to do is click here on the left and choose which one you are starting with. Let's go ahead and start with safety since that's going to be more restricted. Once that's done, you can come here to the right and start making shapes. So I like the arc tool because it's easy to create 2 points and to create an arc. So if I want to do full 270, I could start here and end here, but I'm just going to do it directly in front of the sensor. So I'm going to come out roughly 8 inches, click and hold where I want my arc to start, and then I can drag it around and I can increase or decrease as needed. Since I'm seeing some interference to my left, I'm going to head and reduce that to a smaller field. Let's do about a radius of 6 inches. From there, you'll see that we have a new shape, our arc and our safety, and it is now activated, so it's a part of the safety system. From here, I'll move on to our warning field. This is the field that's going to tell it when to warn the operator that they're getting too close so it doesn't stop the machine unnecessarily. And I'll do the same thing. This time, let's do a circle. So from here, I can simply click and drag outward, and now it's going to look around the entire field of view, so no matter which direction they're coming, we can tell them that they're approaching the safety zone. I can check this just like I did before, and then easily switch between so you can see the fields. If you need to do even more, we can choose a specific direction. Let's go ahead and just choose an arc over here so that we can show that as well. Now in monitoring mode, I can go in and I can use my hand to trip it. So if you look from above, you'll see my hand come in. On the monitoring screen, you'll see that gray mass. As I move into the warning area, you'll see the warning is issued on the left. And then as I move in closer, you'll see the safety setting will actually issue a stop so that I can safely stop my devices if I'm too close. As I pull out of the zone, you'll see the warning and then the go again. And of course, if I move over to this other area, you'll also see it issue another warning because I've still violated the warning field. But that's basically it. It's that easy.